Good morning, traders. So let's have a look at the Dow. So the Dow Jones, as I pointed out yesterday, was a little bit of a concern to me because of what Tekinson is doing on the weekly. Tekinson is just not, with this big green candle, it didn't even level out. It just moved to the downside. So this is an indication of short-term momentum. And the short-term momentum is pointing to the downside, which is a bit of a worry, okay? And you can see how the weekly Kijinsen at this stage of the week, I know it's early days, but where we are at the moment, we're going to need a lot more effort to get through that level. Okay, so if we look at the daily, and obviously today's candle will be the confirmation candle, but what I see there is a spinning top off major resistance. So if we end up with another red candle today, that will give us confirmation, and the question will be retracement, or is that it? Okay, so in my mind it's probably going to be a retracement because we have created a higher high. There's a previous high. I think we can just put that level in, and I'll just take the middle one so that because there are three levels here. So there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. So at the previous high there are three levels. So we have created a new high. If we find some support here and break the cloud properly, then we can start thinking of upside. But the fact that Kijinsen and Tekinsen have grouped like this and are going sideways, okay, is an indication that we have some consolidation coming. We're either going to consolidate or it's going to pull back. Price will pull back to this level. So remember, price tries to stay as close to Tekinsen and Kijinsen as possible, and right now we are very far away. The other thing that we have had here, this is the second attempt at this high. So this was the first one, this is the second one. So it's one pullback, two, okay? So I would expect a third move. So one push up, two pushes up, okay? One push down, and you could argue that this is the second push down. So this is one push down, one push up, one push down, two pushes up. So this is a consolidation. We know that we're consolidating at the moment. In the broader term, this whole thing is a consolidation pattern, and we have broken. So we have broken that downward trend line, and we've broken that downward trend line. So for all intents and purposes, there's no diversions. It's a consolidation. I would expect us to be pulling back. And the question is whether it's going to be a deep pullback or a shallow pullback. Let's get the 4 hour. So I'm going to leave these lines in because this just gives you an indication of the amount of resistance that we have here. And if you look at the 4 hour, you can see I can add an extra one across there. I can add another one across the bottom. So we have a lot of resistance here. Okay. So, and if you look at what price has been doing on the 4 hour, every time it gets to Tekinsen, you can see it bounces off. And right now we are on Tekinsen. Okay. So the only worrying little bit is the spinning top that was printed yesterday. Okay. There's quite a long rejection tail to the top as well. So that is the only worrying bit that I have right now. So the trick of this is going to be, so what we're looking for here is to see whether this pulls back deeper or not. And I think the hour will give us a better indication. So before we get to the hour, let us just let's So we have that trend line there. Okay, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and we've moved sideways through it. Okay, and this is pretty much the channel. So if I duplicate this and put it up there, okay, 1, 2, 3, we've got 4 touches. That is pretty much the narrow channel that we've been running up in, and we've moved sideways out of it. Okay, I'm going to leave the noise on for a bit, and let's just get down to the hour. So the one thing that I saw last night is towards the close, all these buyers stepped in. So we had all these sellers up here, and then immediately we had these buyers, and they were buying off the previous day's high. So now, yeah, to me this is really just confusion. So you've got the sellers here that are trying to push it down, and then immediately the buyers stepping in, and it's sort of a tug of war that's happening at the moment here. So let's just have a look, see if we can find some clues here on Ichimoku. So you can see we've had a crossover. We've had a bearish crossover. We have got a Chiku span that's gone through price. Okay, its next level of resistance will be Kijinsen and Chikunsen, and then it's pretty much open air to the cloud. So it's got quite a way to fall there. We could also be forming a flag here. So you can see we have this kind of set up here. So we could be forming a bull flag at the moment. This is also possible. But for me, these tails are indicating confusion. So like I refer to it as barbed wire, because it's just tails all over the place, and it's very difficult to ascertain what's going to happen. For example, here you could see the buyers that were stepping in, and quite a nice rejection bar here off multiple levels. So there was a level there, there's a level at the bottom here, and the 1 hour Chikunsen. And here there's nothing much, and we've had a crossover. So to me, I think either more downwards to sideways consolidation. So what may happen is we may sort of, if I run across from there to the bottom of these 3 tails, that gives me a trend to the bottom. Okay, I know it's getting busy, but just bear with me for a sec. I'll just change this color to something like a dark green. Okay, now if I copy this and I can put it there, but I think that's kind of what I'm looking for. So what could be setting up here is a bit of consolidation to the downside. Okay, and I'm kind of reluctant to go long where we are, and purely because of what the daily candle that printed yesterday. So I'm a little bit reluctant to go long, and I know the correct way that I should trade this is going to be as follows. Okay, is a break of that line there. Okay, so let's make that line, let's make it powder blue. Okay, so why I say that is a low of yesterday. Okay, so a break below this candle means that we have some downside. That'll be my confirmation. I need a daily close below this, which is going to indicate more downside. Let's just get back to the hour. Right, now we can see the noise that we have here. So there are multiple levels to worry about, and I think this one here can go. That one needs to stay. That one can go. Needs to add another one in here. That one can stay. So I have a 1 hour low there, which is a breakout. There's a previous breakout there that hasn't been tested. Okay, I have these tails at the bottom here, which can be tested. And then I have quite a bit in this uptrend that needs to be tested. So this is kind of where we are. And obviously this is the weekly Kijinsen. So this is going to offer a lot of resistance for now. And on the hour, we've had a crossover, we've broken through price, we haven't had a twist. So it is setting up for some bearish action. But again, these tails are just indicating confusion to me. So I think this is another one that I'll be trading on the 6 minute. So I did put a video up on how I trade the 6 minute time frame. And just have a look at that. And it'll be pretty much, I'll be sitting in front of the desk, sitting at my desk most of today looking for the trades. So the 15 minute has given us an indication that this is fully bearish. You can see we've had a twist. We're pointing the downside as well. Okay, now if I just bring in the trusty Bull Williams, and I'm going to just clean up this mess. Okay, so from a Bull Williams perspective on the hour, you can see how the alligator is sleeping, it's going sideways. Okay, awesome oscillator has given us 3 red candles below the zero, which is already starting to indicate more downside to come. And if I pull this to the 4 hour, okay, you can see for the moment in the 4 hour we are still bullish. However, we kind of have a double top on the awesome oscillator here while price has been moving to the upside. So from the Bull Williams perspective, I think we've got some downside to come, and I will take it to the 15, and you can see how we are using the teeth, which is the blue line, as resistance right now. So it's going to be interesting to watch. And we've got today's daily pivot up there. We have a weekly pivot down the bottom, which hasn't been tagged yet. So I'm more inclined to believe we're going to have some downside move. But anyway, so the idea for me today is really just to trade the lower time frames, probably be the 6 minute time frame, and I will be looking for some more downside. And I just want to get rid of this, the Bull Williams. The downside that I'll be looking for is pretty much going to be the following. I will be looking for this Bull Williams gap here, which is there. Sorry, the Brooks gap, not the Bull Williams gap. So this is the previous swing high, and there's another breakout there, another tail there. So this is definitely an area that I'm looking to target. If that goes, then I'll be looking at that bottom there. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And stop losses are going to be above the Kijinsen on the hour. Okay, so there's going to be a kind of, at this stage, it's 53 pip stop loss. So provided price stays below Kijinsen on the hour, we'll be trending to the downside. Whether we do this kind of price action today, it's entirely possible. There'll be something to watch out for. But yeah, so I think keep the stops close and keep your targets close, because we are still in an uptrend. So whatever shorts you're playing are really just scalps until we have a 4 hour turn, which we don't have. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I'll be playing, and be looking for some short and really shorts just to go test some of the targets, the short-term targets below, before we consolidate. And the big thing that is concerning me for any upside is that this channel is broken. Okay, and you can see it's started here, 2, 3, 4, been 4 touches all the way up, and now we're broken to the downside. So this is a major concern for me right now, and there's nothing that fills me with confidence that we're going to extend this move any further. More a case of pulling of a pullback to some level. But do watch this Kijinsen on the 4 hour, because if we stay above it, then we'll probably just gradually track it all the way up. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's what I'll be playing. Hope it helps. I'll catch you later.